Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Okay, there we go. Um, hmm. Yeah, put that up there. Okay, that should work. And let me see who was here first. Gwendolyn Daniels. Thank you so much for being here first. Looks like Gwendolyn wants to say hi to a few people. Always glad to help out. And Church Nelly, what are you doing up at this hour? Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Um, okay. Oh, and thank you for being a member for 35 months. Good grief. I can't believe that's actually true. 35 months. So, is that almost 3 years? If my grade school math does not fail me, 36 months is 3 years, right? Wow. Go figure. I cannot believe it. That is amazing. Thank you so much. I'm so honored. Okay. Um, I'm feeling as close to you as that hollowed out Bible with the flask inside that you take to church every Sunday. That's how close I feel to you. Um, which reminds me, do I have a picture of that? I thought I did. Um, okay. Let me see here. Do I? I bet I do. Okay, you're so lucky. I do not. I cannot find it. I know I had it though. Okay. Anyway, let's get on with it. Or would it be under? Hmm? Would it be under that? Okay, you're so lucky. I don't see it. Okay, I'm not going to out you today. I don't see it. Um, why do I have a picture of a royal reporter in her underwear? It's a long story, I'm sure, but I do have it. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Moving on. Let us get on with it. All right. So take a look here. Mm. Okay. Shh. All right. All right. All right. Got you. Okay. So right here, Prince William is urged by the Queen to stop flying helicopters himself with his family on board because she is terrified disaster could strike. The Queen has had several conversations with Prince William asking him not to fly. Her Majesty, fearful disaster could strike and damage the line of succession. Official rules prevent senior royals from flying together, but have been relaxed. Prince William, Kate, and their children regularly fly between London and Norfolk. I think that's about 110 miles that they fly. Um, William has been urged by the Queen to stop flying helicopters with his family because she is terrified disaster could strike. Unofficial rules usually prevent senior royals from flying together, but regulations have been relaxed since William's children were born, allowing for young family to spend more time together. Um, okay, so that was back in 2021, right? Don't want to disrupt the line of succession because you know what happens if the line of succession. It's that thing that I was thinking about during the pandemic when I realized that the Sussexes were isolated in California, thousands of miles away from Britain. And I was just like, wow. Not an especially. Listen, you guys. Um, I I love those children like I would love anybody's children. However, I couldn't help but think what I was thinking. You know what I mean? And I I love George and Charlotte and Louis as I would love any child. I think they're just wonderful, innocent. Um, Still, my thoughts were like, what if? What if? Well, anyway, that's all behind us now, and thank God we never have to know. And anyway, so you know what I'm saying is that it's not a good idea for them to fly together. Just as you wouldn't have the president and the vice president flying on the same aircraft. They have a whole fleet of aircraft just for that reason. And the line of succession goes all the way down to the Secretary of the Interior, the Transportation Secretary, all of that. So we have our own line of succession, believe it or not. Um, so, yeah, that's what the Queen was thinking at the time. But why has this come up again? Well, now Charles is the one that is sounding off about those matters, and rightly so. Rightly so. I think it makes a lot of sense. Take a look here. I mean, okay, so the Queen actually was so worried that she purchased an £8 million helicopter just for William and his family to use. Now, I have only seen perhaps one situation where William was actually the one flying the helicopter. However, I think it is almost a matter of routine that he will fly the helicopter himself. Um, that should not happen. Two things. He shouldn't be, I mean, yes, I know he is trained as a pilot. He is trained as a pilot, right? He has a co-pilot. So it's not just himself and no one else. But still, they got people for that, right? And well, we all have had our suspicions about William and how he spends some of his downtime. And so that's another good reason why um, he probably should leave it to someone else if you're picking up what I'm putting down. So I'm going to show you one situation where I'm reasonably certain that William was the one who piloted the helicopter. Let me see. Um, okay. Okay, I do have the picture right here. And now I don't know if his family was on board. Don't know if the family was on board. But okay, it's coming up. It's a little slow. See what I mean here? Okay, so I don't think the family was there, but I suspect that he was actually one of the pilots. I suspect. Okay, not a good thing. They have people for that. Um, Take a look here. So, how William clashed with King Charles and late Queen over flying family in helicopter. The late Queen did not hold back in her disagreement with William. Now, as we all know, William does what William wants to do, and it would not be out of character for him to just flat out ignore what the Queen says or said, past tense. So now it's Charles is the one who is alarmed, and we all know why. Because since the Queen has passed away, William has become the Prince of Wales, which means that he has more power than he ever had before. Instead of three one sovereign and two future sovereigns. Now you have these two plus a child who ain't got much say about anything. So King Charles, former pilot. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, let me start right here. Okay. All right. Prince William repeatedly clashed with King Charles and the late Queen over his insistence on using a helicopter to transport his family across the UK. An experienced pilot himself and Prince William, the Prince of Wales, chooses to fly with his three children, all of whom are potential heirs to the throne. William, who had an extensive military career, I wouldn't say it was extensive, but he had a military career before retraining as an air ambulance pilot, has refused to back down on the matter, which has been a bone of contention with his father and is explored in detail by royal author Robert Jobson, revealing his new biography exploring the life and times of the Prince of Wales. Jobson said, one recent source of disagreement is William's stubborn refusal to take his father's advice on safeguarding the succession. Robert Jobson went on to say, earlier this year, the king has raised concerns with his son about the wisdom of William using his helicopter to fly his entire family around the country. An experienced pilot, William had upset the late Queen when he defied her request not to pilot his family the 115 miles from Kensington Palace to Anmer Hall, their home in Norfolk. The Queen, haunted by the 1967 crash that killed the captain of her Queen's flight, although no royals were on board, did not hold back, one aide said. Now, I've never heard that. I've never heard anything about there being a crash in 1967 where the pilot of the Queen's flight, which is instead of like saying Air Force One, they say the King's flight, the Queen's flight. Anyway, her pilot crashed and died. Jobson continued, after being diagnosed with cancer, King Charles, perhaps reminded of his own mortality, echoed his late mother's concerns. And when William refused to stop flying with his family, Charles insisted that he sign a formal document acknowledging the risk involved and taking full responsibilities for his actions. Now, wait a minute. What kind of document? What kind of document is that? Taking full accountability. Who? I mean, you know what I'm saying? If something happened, it's not as though he could get in trouble. So this is Robert Jobson, who is very close to the king. He's routinely spend time with him. What kind of document would that be? Jobson also really noted Riley, that is, I'm sorry. Jobson also Riley noted that the issue of succession is more pressing than ever, given Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's ongoing feud with the royal family. Despite no longer being a working royal, Harry, 39, remains fifth in line to the throne. Really? Really? I didn't know that. You mean to tell me that should the unfortunate happen, Harry would be king? No, no, no. I don't want to hear that. Anyway, um, Harry remains fifth in line to the throne and would become king in the event of any tragedy impacting William and his family upon King Charles' death. You guys, none of that is likely to ever happen. Um, so you know what I'm saying. There's not going to be a King Archie the First, right? Um, although one would always want to err on the side of caution. It doesn't make a lot of sense for all of them to fly. Um, I do believe this is why they're getting new helicopters. I really do believe that is as a way to, you know, encourage them to travel separately, right? It would be scant consolation, of course, for an unspeakable tragedy, let alone for the prospect of King Harry and Queen. Oh, I almost choked when I said that. Queen Meghan, King Harry, and Queen Meghan. Say it isn't so. Now, listen, the unlikelihood of that ever happening, plus, like I said, God forbid anything should happen to those beautiful children. I hadn't thought about this since the global pandemic, and I don't like thinking about it now. However, William is currently unwilling to separate his family to travel. This could change next year when Prince George turns 12. In William's case, according to one staffer, it was at this age that he was deemed old enough to travel by himself. Listen, they put kids on planes and travel by themselves all the time. King Charles' former pilot, Graham Laurie, told OK Magazine, "We flew all four the Prince, the Princess, Prince William, and Prince Harry up until William was 12 years old. After that, he had to have separate aircraft, and we could only fly all four together when they were young with a written permission of Her Majesty. When William became 12, he would fly normally in a 125 from Northolt Northolt, and we would fly the 146 out with other three on. Okay. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's a helicopter or what. But George may be separate. One more time. George may be separated from his younger siblings under ongoing plans to slim down the monarchy, with some experts speculating that Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis may not even become working royals. The working assumption is that the younger two children will get on and have to do their own thing. They will be encouraged to not become working royals, an insider told the Daily Beast. So I tell you guys, that is a lot to take in. But um, y'all heard what I said a long time ago. Charlotte will become queen. There will not be another King George for a long time. Royal family to replace helicopter after flights cost more than £1 million last year. Two new Augusta Westland 139s will be in use this year as the total travel bill rises from 3.9 million to 4.2 million pounds. Okay. Now, while I was doing my research for today, look at what I came across. There is a website that you can track the flights used by just about anybody. Now, once you know the tail number, you can pretty much identify anybody's aircraft. They all have tail numbers. You know, there was some kid that was tailing Elon Musk, and he had a website dedicated to tracking his movements. Elon Musk wanted him to stop, even offered him a Tesla if he would stop. And the kid said no. Or was it he offered him some money and the kid was holding out for a Tesla? I can't remember. But it's nothing illegal about it. And so that's why I was able to do this. You see that? Now, that OOM, whatever that is one of the military bases. And it's the Oldham military base. And you can see they flew out someplace and then flew back, back. And I even took the time to screenshot the last flight. Monday, 29 July 2024, you could see that tail number GXXEB, which is the King's flight, left Royal Air Force Oldham, and Oldham, that is, Oldham, and came back. It was a 23-minute flight. And let me see, Saturday, there was a flight. See there? One, two, three, four. Okay, there were several flights Saturday. But you see what I mean? You can actually track the movements. Now, this is nothing that the press doesn't know about and doesn't do themselves. Remember how they was able to track down Tyler Perry's plane to figure out how they got the Sussexes, one of the last flights before they closed the border? Well, this is how you do it. The website is available to anybody. Linda Gray said, I'm sorry, Linda Gray. Sorry about that. Lady Gray says, the document to sign off responsibility sounds like a Pontius Pilate move where King Charles III absolves himself in the eyes of the public. That is brilliant. Thank you so much for the super chat. Wow. Okay. If we're going to go, what is that? Is that Greek? Or if we're going to go, no, Roman, right? If we're going to go all Roman and biblical about this, okay, I like it. I love that. See how smart the squaddies are? I love that. And by the way, thank you so much for being a member. Okay, so anyway, that is available. Oh, thank you so much, Lydia. I think someone sent a gift to my mailbox. I haven't had a chance to get it yet, but that is the wish list for the official Royal Sussex list wish list, which is just little cute items that are fun surprises for me whenever I decide to go and check out the mailbox and see what surprise that you all have sent me. So nobody is obliged to order anything from that list, but it is so much fun for me when you do because I don't know what it is until I get over there. So anyway, thank you very much. So whoever sent something to with the wish list, I do have it, but I don't have it. It's at the mailbox right now. But I'll probably get it this weekend. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, that is how you can keep track of the flights. Interesting, isn't it? Very fun. You can see that green squiggly line that shows you the route that they took from the Oldham Royal Air Force Base and back. Look at there. They went to Royal Ascot. You see that? Saturday, they went to the Ascot Race Course. I'm looking for the one where it says they went to somebody flew from flew from Adelaide Cottage or Windsor Castle over to what is the name of that house? Wait, don't tell me. What's the name of the house where the um oh gosh, I'm trying to think of the name of their house. Oh man, it's escaping me. I'm trying not to say her name, but you know, the house they live in. Okay, Rose Hanbury's house. I'm trying to see where Kate maybe went to go visit her good girlfriend Rose Hanbury. No, not Emerald Hall. It is oh my god. Rose's house. I forget the name of that place. Nice house. Halton House. Halton House. Yes, that's it. Halton House. Yeah, Halton House. Okay. It's spelled Hougton, right? I think that's it. Halton House. Anyway, Thornbush Hall. Thornbush. That sounds like a medical condition. Church Nellie Thornbush sounds like that nasty woman's disease, right? That sounds like that nasty woman's disease. Um, that's so bad. Um, as a matter of fact, I think someone at the Republican convention had a case of the Thornbush Hall disorder. I was wondering why nobody offered them a hairbrush to deal with that um, disorder. Um, see, Church Nelly, listen, you don't usually come in here this late, and you are making so much trouble right now. You are making so much trouble. I just want you to know that. Um, oh, okay. Now, where was I? I done lost track of where I was. Okay, so we're done with that. Oh, and this is the thing that I was just referencing right here. Was that it? Was I done? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was it. George maybe. Okay, yeah, that's it. Now, who is? I'm sorry. This isn't who Harry is, but this is one of the squaddies. I think it was Zandy that made this, but yeah, that's who Harry is. Harry is not someone who enjoys walking around looking like a fugitive from the Monopoly board game, but instead, Harry is someone who gives a hand up to someone who's in need. Instead of a handout, he gives a hand up, helping people to get their dignity back on track. Now, um, I put a spell on you. Every time I see this picture, I think of this song. I put a spell on you because you're mine, but didn't do. Anyway, Princess Beatrice has been named Best Dressed Person in Britain for 2024. First of all, it's only July, right? Second of all, bull. I don't believe that. Princess Beatrice has been named the best dressed person in Britain for 2024. The 35-year-old top Tatler's best dressed list, despite going viral for a bizarre fawn colored hat she wore at Prince and Princess of Wales' wedding, which inspired numerous memes. Tatler praised Beatrice for being a beacon of sartorial elegance. Okay, that's what I was thinking actually. So, voila, I want you to see what qualifies for the best dress of 2024. Um, so far, I ain't seeing it. I ain't seeing it. Um, I still don't see it. You know, in a very aristocratic way, which the Tatler is the aristocracy's Bible. Okay, I get that. But there's nothing daring, right? Nobody has taken a risk with those very safe florals. Now, I will say that she's lost a lot of weight, and I think, she looks amazing. She does. She looks amazing. She's lost a lot of weight. And it gives her some nice curves, right? Otherwise, I don't get it. I don't. Here's the other outfits that qualifies her as one of the best dressed, as the best dressed in Britain. Now, I would like to. The cut of the floral on the left is beautiful. See how small she is? She's lost some weight. Even here on the right side, you can see how cinched her waist is. But otherwise, um, unless she's going to a wedding, mm-mm. What about every day? Not going to the Chelsea Flower Show, not going to a garden party, but you know what I'm saying? No, no, just no. Now, let me show you this one. I don't know who this person is. Jade Holland Cooper straddles the world of aristocracy, royalty, and reality TV with stars from across the country stepping out in her designs. If if she wore something like this, right? Then I'd be like, yeah, she's handling her business. But otherwise, no. This is too safe and too typical. Too safe and too typical. Although I'm going to say again, the dress on the left side is banging. That is cute. That is. I obviously the cut is quite daring and the length very tasteful and it looks good on her. So I'm going to give her credit for that one. But the rest of these, too safe and too typical. The one on the left side there is really nice. It looks like it's a cape dress, but I'm not feeling the floral print. The floral print is a little bleh. That should have been a bright, vibrant color. That where is the shape of the dress? It is lost in that sea of flowers. So no, I'm going to say no to that one. Um, but yeah, so that's it. Yeah, thank you, Agent Burrow. I don't see it either. I did try. I don't see it. But this, let me tell you, this girl right here is causing it. She is causing it. That is sharp. Okay? That right there is nice. That's hot. That's a good look for her. I don't know, like I said, I don't know who she is. But if Princess Beatrice had stepped out in something like that, I'd be like, okay, I see it. But no, otherwise, I think it's very typical and not daring at all. And dare I say, boring. It is boring as hell. So, but she's come a long way from this. She and her sister have come a long way. Um, you know, what's going on with that hat? I don't hate it. I just think that the angle of the hat is kind of bizarre, where she's framed her face with it, and it's like she just have it's like some type of elk or something with bent up horns on the front of his head. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not that she looks at all like an elk, but I'm just saying she's wearing it like it's some kind of deformed horn, or I don't know, but it just looks weird. And then of course, Cheetah Rivera over there on the left side. Cheetah Rivera meets the air hostess outfit. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. And poor Edward back there thinking to himself, you know what? You know what? I could rock that outfit, Miss Thing, if I just, you know what I'm saying? He's sitting back there like, if I could rock that outfit, I would rock that outfit. Loki's horns. That's a good one. That's a good one. And also, she's come a long way from this. When I saw this, I think I cried myself to sleep that night. This was the funny. She looks like some kind of elf on crack. She looks like an elf on crack. I don't know what to make of that outfit, but I tell you what, it's a lot of things going on. But yeah, it's like somebody took an elf and got it strung out on something. But but maybe when they say best dressed, maybe it's because of the accessory that she has, meaning her husband, Monopoly, whatever his name is. Maybe that's what the maybe that's what completes the look, right? I mean, let's face it, he's pretty. I mean, she really got lucky with that one. Well, except for here where you know how they say if you're together too long, you start to look alike. I don't know if his eyes are stuck or if he's making fun of her. Maybe he's kind of mocking her. I don't know. But this was one of her bizarre looks. I will never forget this one right here. I promise you, I have done nothing to this photo. This is the way it was. That's the way it came off the wire. Um, that's the way it came off the wire, and I'm not going to do anything to change it. Now, the Royal attended the G9 Venture Summit, Summer Summit, the G9 Venture Summer Summit in style. Meghan Markle elevates Hampton fashion in wide pants and halter blouse. This is what I'm saying. When you want to identify someone who is the best dressed, you should choose someone who takes chances, right? Somebody who just always seems to nail it. And that's the Duchess of Sussex. Now, Peter Jukes, you may recognize that name. Trying to work which common trait between Meghan Markle and Kamala Harris would make them both subject to this line of attack. And frankly, all I can find is racist thinking. Okay. Okay. Peter Jukes said what a lot of people have been saying, that unless you're just being or using some racist thoughts or racist logic, then there is no comparison between Kamala Harris and Meghan Markle. They are both on different paths in lives. Meghan is not a prosecutor. Meghan is not a career politician, right? Um, Kamala has taken the basic steps of someone who becomes president. Prosecutor, right? Lawyer, um, state senator, right? United States senator, vice president. That's a little extra added thing right there, vice president. And now, soon, president of the United States. Whereas Meghan, acting, television show entrepreneur, humanitarian work, and then member of the royal family and more humanitarian work. Meghan started a family. She's married to. I just don't see the connection. I don't see the connection. The only thing that they have in common is that they're both biracial, which brings me right back to what Peter Jukes just said. Trying to work which common trait between Meghan Markle and Kamala Harris would make them both subject to this line of attack. And frankly, all I can find is racist thinking. Done. Thank you, Peter Jukes. Allow me to reintroduce myself, Dr. V. Kativu, aka the youngest honorary doctorate degree recipient. Do you all remember her? She actually was in a video for the Diana Awards a couple of years ago with Prince Harry. Remember, she did that interview with Prince Harry? And then when the vice chancellor said, "By the authority vested in me, I admit you to Doctor of University of Bradford, the youngest person we've ever awarded this honorary degree to." This girl is what we call a high achiever. She does more before breakfast than most people are going to do all day. The newest doctor in town. So congratulations to V, who moved to the United States. And I forgot exactly what her affiliation is to, it's the youth something of the, what do you call it? The United Nations. Can't remember what the title is, but yeah, she's in there. She's in there. She is making things happen, and we are so proud of her. Check it out. Check it out.
Zimbabwean education advocate Varaidzo Kativu says Prince Harry is one of the sweetest people after co-hosting the prestigious Diana Awards 2023 with the Duke of Sussex at the weekend. As a two-time recipient of the prestigious Diana Award, Varaidzo continues to make a profound impact within the education sector, inspiring countless others to pursue their dreams and make positive changes in society. Varaidzo, serving as co-host alongside Prince Harry, brought her unwavering determination and passion for education to the forefront. Her presence, combined with Prince Harry's, ensured that the voices and achievements of youth advocates were amplified and celebrated throughout the ceremony. It's such a dream to be able to do this with him. He is one of the sweetest people, and I'm truly so excited. We did a great job, if I do say so myself. I feel honored to have my efforts advocating for the access to education for underrepresented or underprivileged groups recognized. Every time things like this happen, it helps give my work a stamp of recognition, which helps me reach more people, and most importantly, to reach those who can help. I'm just so grateful to be able to step into rooms like this and always to bring my full self, she said. The Diana Awards, established in memory of the late Princess Diana, are presented annually to young individuals ages 9 to 25 years old who demonstrate exceptional commitment and dedication to making positive changes in their communities.
Okay. Well, that wasn't exactly the one I was looking for.
Of young people who
Oh, this is it.
I also have a very special guest sitting next to me, a strong advocate for young people driving change. Please welcome Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex.
Thank you, V, for the very warm welcome. It's a pleasure to be here today celebrating the incredible achievements of young people who embody the spirit of the Diana Award. V, I'm especially honoured to have the chance to speak with you again. Your dedication to equality and justice has inspired many, including myself.
Thank you. The feeling truly is mutual. Changing the world must be a collective global effort with everyone playing their role and utilising the platforms that they have.
Well, sometimes it's easy to question one's ability to make a difference, and your point about change for the better as a collective force is so important. When someone steps up to be of service, they automatically join this collective. No one is ever a conduit for change alone. Each one of us has the ability to help create a more equitable world. And the brilliant award recipients we're honouring today are proof of that. They exemplify the notion that when we use our voices, change really can happen.
And I completely agree that the world is a challenging place to navigate, but my strength comes from knowing that my voice can change things for the better. A strength shared with all the award recipients being recognised today.
Absolutely, Evie. Your voice is a powerful voice. As we come together, I'm reminded of the profound belief that my mother held in the transformative power of young people. She recognized their unique ability to challenge the status quo and push for a more inclusive and compassionate society. Her legacy continues to inspire and serve as an example of how to navigate the complexities of our world today. And so many of the numerous challenges that we face disproportionately affect young people and, of course, their futures. And whether it's climate change, mental well-being, or systemic injustices, the obstacles can sometimes seem overwhelming. But what gives me hope is the collective power we possess when we work together, the strength in diversity of voices and perspectives that encompass it.
And you're absolutely right. Thank you for all that you do to help elevate our voices and champion our work.
Earlier this month, Prince Harry and Diana Award Chief
Okay, I
Executive
think
T.
that's
Tall
about enough of
met
that.
with the charity's Roll of Honor alumni
Anyway,
in LA for a Conversations for Change.
I think that that they both have such bubbly. Well, she has a very bubbly personality, and Harry is just something so calm and relaxing about him. His public speaking and narrations are on point. So remember, every year or every 2 years, they alternate. No, every year they alternate back and forth. So next year, the Diana Award will be with Harry here in the U.S., and then it's going to go back over to the UK for Willie Leaks. So 2025 should be back over here. So I guess the odd years we get them over here, and then for the even years over there. So that's why Harry made his appearance by Zoom last time, where the kids were sitting at the table. Yeah, that'll be the difference. So yeah. Anyway, congratulations to her. I am so happy for her achievement. Yeah, I'm so happy for her achievement. And I would love to get my hands on one of those pins, one of the Diana Award pins. Oh my God, that is so cool. And check it out. Not just because she's a doctor, but just because she's a wonderful person. She actually has something that William has been unable to achieve, something that Harry and Meghan were able to achieve. But so far, and that is having a conversation, having a sit-down conversation with the Secretary General of the United Nations. If you recall, he can only spare about 2 minutes to take a photo with William, but here she is sitting down doing an interview. Like I said, she's a high achiever. Oh, poor William. Just a little smile and a wave. That's all he had time for, was a little smile and a little wave. Didn't have time for much else, just a smile and a wave. And speaking of a smile and a wave, Kate Middleton's Wimbledon appearance is likely to be her last public outing for the foreseeable future. Well, I think we all kind of knew that. She won't be back until that Christmas Carol. Elaine Parker, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. And if I'm correct, Ozell Dunlap, you said you have been listening, but you haven't been on. Let us take some time for a prayer. There we go. If that applies, I think so, right? It's surgery. Let us take time to do our surgery prayer for everyone who may be having surgery or recovering from something. So, Protestant prayer. Heavenly Father, grant me joyful acceptance of the surgery which awaits me, and let this be the relief and cure which I seek. Make skill the work of the surgeon and that of his team, for it is unto their knowledge and skill that I give myself for healing. I pray to you, O Lord, that this procedure will be without complication and that my recovery will be speedy and complete. Amen. All right, there we go. So, on to a very, very, very quick recovery and healing. And speaking of heal, oh no, that's a different kind of heal, right? Heal. Anyway, speaking of heal, why in the world is Camilla Barker Bowles, aka the Queen Consort, sitting up there spending some time with her ex-husband? I hate to believe what my mind is telling me, but I'm just gonna have to go there. Is it because they just got that 45 million pound raise and he wants to know if he gets a cut of it? Is that why she looks so guilty? Huh? Is that why she looks so guilty? Is what is his name? Tom Parker Bowles? Andrew Parker Bowles. Is Andrew there for his cut of the money? I wonder. I mean, a suspicious mind would think all kinds of things, but of course, I'm not one of them. So I'm sure there's nothing to it, but just a couple of old friends that used to do the horizontal mambo, just, talking about old times, I suppose. Talking about, I don't know, maybe remodeling or buying a new roadster or something with that 45 million pound surplus. I don't know. Royals get an extra 45 million pounds as Crown estate profits soar. Yeah, that's what they're talking about. That's what they're talking about. Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. Now, I took a look at this. You all mentioned this the other day. Camilla's interior designer sister, who is no longer on Prince William's Duchy of Cornwall payroll after 2 decades of decorating and updating period properties. Like I said, I don't think she was doing any work. Just like everybody else, she's on the payroll. Just like her son, Tom Parker Bowles, who's supposed to be a food critic. He don't have any real qualifications. He likes to eat. That's abundantly clear, very evident. But aside from that, you know that it's not unusual for some of the tabloids to just write up a story and put your face on it, right? We learned that when it came to that article about that whatever that street fair thing and you know what I'm saying, that what was it, the Caribbean something event, anyway, the one with all the black folks, and it seemed like somebody just put their name on it. Well, this is just one of the ways that they are able to keep people on the payroll, allegedly. So I'm going to allege that her sister ain't done much of anything. I mean, what a vague and ambiguous. Well, she would just spruce up some of the properties. Really? What does that mean? Fluff the pillow? Tell somebody to move the area rug over here? Rotate the chair 45 degrees? Camilla's interior designer sister is no longer on the Duchy of Cornwall payroll after it was taken over by Prince William. Its latest account reveals today Annabelle Elliott, 75, was employed as chief estate designer by King Charles when he was the Prince of Wales after his marriage to her elder sister Camilla in 2005. Did she go to school does she have like a degree? I'm just asking. Annabelle was employed as chief estate designer. Oh, I did that already. She was paid hundreds of thousands of pounds over the 2 decades of to decorate and update the duchy period holiday cottages in Cornwall, Wales, and the Isle of Sealy, right? But but the latest duchy accounts showed Miss Elliott was not paid for her services during 2023 to 24. Sources have now confirmed to the Daily Telegraph that William will no longer employ Miss Elliott, but instead insisted this was not a reflection on her work. What work? All I can say is, what work? I don't think she was doing anything. This is just another way to keep people on the dole. So public money from the Crown Estate or from that actually comes from the duchy, still public money, was used to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for her to fluff pillows and rotate the odd wingback chair. Nice work if you can get it. The secret behind Camilla's glamorous look, from her favorite Tom Ford lipstick, which she was seen applying at Wimbledon, to bee venom facials. Is that what happened? Is this all a result of bee venom? Now it makes sense. Bee venom. Cobra venom? Black mamba venom. Whatever it was, venom. Okay, got it. Now that makes sense. I don't know why. Let me tell you guys something, and I might be kind of wrong for this, but I have problems with word association. And so when I read The Secret Behind Queen Camilla's Glamorous Look, the first thing that came to mind was paper bag. I don't know why, but it was like paper bag. Every time I think Camilla and beauty, the first thing that comes to mind is paper bag. I don't know. I don't know. It's just weird. That always happens. Paper bag. Oh, okay. Now, King Charles appears slightly frustrated as he attends church service in Sandringham, but he's soon the king of good cheer when greeting well wishers. I don't know what happened, but Charles got agitated again after going to the church service. That's not Camilla, that's somebody else. Whoever that woman is with her feet turned in and her it looked like her pantyhose are kind of gathered around one of her ankles. But whoever that is with those big long feet and pantyhose gathered around the ankle, I don't know who that is, but that's not Camilla. So Camilla wasn't there. So maybe that's why he was kind of upset. I think maybe the problem is that, but you know what? I had to do some uh, ciphering, you know what I'm saying? I had to try to figure this out. I think that he caught the vicar examining his childbearing hips, and he took exception to that and got very angry. Oh my God, did you hear the vicar? He mentioned my childbearing hips. Camilla, where's Camilla? Oh my God, how could he dare draw attention to my childbearing hips? I think that's what it was. I'm just guessing. You know, he's very sensitive about that. The childbearing hips are the new big ears for him. Now that his face has caught up to his ears, because you notice we don't notice his ears no more. So now that his head caught up to his ears, we don't see it. But we cannot stop looking at them childbearing hips. See how angry he is? He is so angry, he almost forgot his cherry lip gloss. That's how angry he is. How dare he mention my childbearing hips? Camilla! Okay, so we're going to finish with Sunday in the Park with George. Okay? We are going to finish with Sunday in the Park with George. This right here is the actual park along the River Seine that was the inspiration, or actually, that is the actual sloping park area that was, yeah, I guess the inspiration for that famous painting. You see there? Um, that is it. Now, take a look there. There it is in this beautiful Impressionist painting, right? And there it is in real life. Hasn't changed a whole lot, right? Has not changed. Well, they put that bench there and they got those cables there to keep you from stumbling down into the water. But otherwise, it still looks the same. See there? Beautiful. Just a beautiful afternoon on a Sunday morning in Paris. Now, this is a reimagined image. I'm sure this is not Paris. This is probably a lake and not a river. But I want you to notice how they have managed to recreate this using contemporary modern day people. You see there? I'm going to go back and forth a couple times. Now, the lady on the right, she has what they call a bustle, which is to raise the derriere, the back end, to make it look more ample. And I guess it's supposed to make you look more like it's like a fertility thing, like you're a modern day fertility goddess. Well, modern day for back in the 1870s or whatever, 1880s. But yeah, so she's wearing what they call a bustle. And oh, sorry, wrong direction. You can see how they're using the bag to kind of recreate the bustle. And she's holding an umbrella and she's standing there with her partner. And then notice the little girl under the white umbrella in the distance, an echo of the girl from the painting. Do they have the dog? Yep, there's the dog. There's the guy in the baseball cap. Now, that baseball cap, surely they didn't have anything like that back in Victorian times, but that is like something that looks very similar to a baseball, probably a flat cap that is shaped more like a baseball cap, I think. It's probably just a flat cap. And, but yeah, very cool. Very, very cool. Well done. Well done. Even got the sailboat. Now, this is the way it looked during, if there was a global pandemic at the time that painting was made, it would have looked like this. During the pandemic, a lot of paintings were changed, they were reimagined, where they removed the people and put just the regular backdrop. So if this was the global pandemic, that park would have gone from this to this. Isn't that clever? How clever is that? Okay, let me see. Now, also, you should know that there was a musical that was called Sunday in the Park with George, and this is actually the cast of that musical. So that painting was the inspiration for a musical. And also, you should know that the most fame that that painting has ever received came from a movie called Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And well, anyway, there it is. That is the Art Institute of Chicago. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because I wanted you to see exactly how large that painting is. It is huge. Now, that is definitely something that is of the scale that you can put into a public space and it would fit in there rather nicely. Now, it says here, wait. Uh-oh, where did I put it? And by the way, I'm almost done. Let me see. The Ile de la Jatte, Ile de la Jatte, or Ile de la Grande Jatte, or Jatte Island, or Jatte, or Grand Jet Island, is an island on the River Seine located in the department of Hauts-de-Seine, and shared between the two communes of something Seine and Lavelos, Neuilly-sur-Seine, and Lavelus. Anyway, it's on the River Seine. It's best known as the setting for George Seurat's pointillism oil painting, A Sunday Afternoon on the Isle of La Grande Jatte, itself the inspiration of the musical Sunday in the Park with George. And anyway, so that is Paris. That is where that comes from. So since you all seem to like some of these explanations about art, from now on, when there is time, I will share some of those with you. So just to review, that is the park right there. How interesting, right? Now, this was something that has been making the rounds, past, present, future. You know what a nerd I am for details, right? I noticed this image and I said, I know I've seen it before, But in order to make it work, they had to flip it because it's actually supposed to look like this. But you couldn't put future, present, past. You always have to say past, present, future. So they flipped it. You can tell because the lapel pins are on the left side. Well, their left side, our right side, their left side. But here, they're on the wrong side. So you can tell that they flipped it, a horizontal flip. So it should look like that. That's all. No big deal. Still, great photo. And yes, past, present, and future. Lastly, Meghan Markle is the queen of jeans, whether it is cropped, ripped, or boyfriend style. The Duchess of Sussex denim choices are perfect for her off-duty look, expert says after her latest outing. We knew that. We knew that. Yes, she is the queen of jeans. And that's it. I don't have anything else to add to it. So thank you all very much. Thank you, moderators, for keeping this a safe space. And again, I hope a very quick and painless recovery. Was it Vanzola, right? That's recovering. Let's pray for that. And that's it. So love you guys. I will see you all tomorrow. I got to do something with my voice. I don't know what's happening to me. Let me see. Oh, you're still talking about the bustle butt? Well, I mean, when I say fertility, it's just like an ample thing. You know what I'm saying? There's several representations of fertility. And, the bustle butt thing, that was like something that they wore under their garments to give the woman a certain silhouette, the same as with the corset, the same as the plunging neckline. Obviously, children do not evolve from a bosom, but they want the woman to look as, able to bear children as possible. Obviously, it's men who get excited about those fashion choices. I guess it's back in ancient times, it was a way to kind of show off that you married someone worthy of starting a family with. Anyway, thank goodness corsets are gone. Bustle butts, well, now you have to go to Brazil to get that. Now you have to go to Brazil if you want a bustle butt. Got to go to Brazil to get that Brazilian butt lift. Yeah. Okay. Good night, y'all. Love you. See you tomorrow.